I got a notification.
Hi. Oh, it seems like it's like this.
Hmm.
Hi. I don't know how to change it to a vertical format. So, oh, maybe I can do this. There we go. This is a weird angle, but I can work with it. Um, Hi and welcome to my live. Today I am just scrolling through some of the social media news feed and seeing what's important. So we're talking about like I found about three articles that I really liked and I would like to share them with you. And if you found something that's interesting that's happening and you want to discuss that, like let me know in the chat comments and I'll be happy to do that. So let's go. So I found this one and I'm looking at social media news right now. Um, Instagram shares tips on what to avoid to maximize post reach, and that's a pretty helpful article, especially if you're in content management. So, yep. Hello, hi. Um, yeah, everyone is trying to increase their Instagram reach, and there's a few things that apparently can be holding us back. The first is watermarks, apparently. So they say any third party watermark is something that is likely holding your post behind. But what I really wonder is it just watermarks? What I really wonder is it just what are you
Yeah.
doing? Don't do that. It's just rolling it out. Okay. So the first thing that they're asking you to do is did the watermark or any third-party app, but I wonder if they'll be able to tell between a logo and hi there. I wonder if they'll be able to tell between a logo and a watermark and how they'll be able to identify that. Um, the other thing that they're saying we need to avoid to maximize our Instagram post reaches are posting content that you didn't make. And I think that is a good thing because we're seeing a lot of plagiarism on all social media platforms, and Instagram is definitely one. In fact, just today, I had somebody make a fake account of my own account, which was exactly like it. And obviously, it had no followers, and my friends were quick to report it and they had to take it down. But yeah, posting content you didn't make is definitely a step in the right direction. Um, or even just having some way to like kind of retweet or share it, but with giving credit to the original maker, that would also be helpful. But that's not something that they have right now, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens there. Hello. Um, And we've got some reels over 90 seconds. Instagram says reels over 90 seconds are things we need to avoid. We recommend videos to unconnected audiences that are 90 seconds or less and find that the sweet spot for engagement is with reels between 30 to 90 seconds. Uh, a little tip on engagement right there. I wonder how that's gonna work because like Insta is being specific about how short it can be, and YouTube is trying to help us get longer shots. So interesting from a content creation standpoint for sure. The next thing they want us to avoid is yeah, I'm just gonna take a minute to say hi to everyone in the comments before I get there. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Gatinho. Hello. Bardock Red Band. Juice Pilado. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Um, the next thing. This is very exciting because I don't know how many of these how many of these channels could be friends that I actually know, but because their name's different, I can't really place them. This is hilarious. I love it. Keep them coming. Juice Pilado indeed. Um going back to what Instagram's telling us to avoid. Yeah. Certain things can limit our distribution, and here are a few other things to avoid. One is content that discusses self harms or disorders, as well as depicts themes around death and depression. I think that is 100% important, and I'm surprised it took them so long to do this. That should be banned and reported immediately. um, Content that may depict violence, of course, ban and report immediately and never let it come back, and like penalize whoever did that if that's possible. Content shared by any non-recommendable account. I don't even know what that means, but we'll find out. Content that may be explicit or suggestive, or pictures taken in see-through clothing will also be banned. That's interesting. Content that promotes the use of certain regulated products, such as tobacco, vaping, other services, and yeah, I think that's a very good step in the right direction. Yeah, happy to see these movements. Engagement bait. Focus on increasing authentic engagement with your community. We will filter or demote content if we determine a piece of content is engagement bait. And I think that is good because now I think with people becoming so specific about their hooks and what that means, everything is just clickbait. So, yep, that is what we learned from the article called Instagram Shares Tips on What to Avoid to Maximum Post Reach, and that was by Social Media Today. Before I move on to the next article, I'm going to quickly read the comments and say hello to anyone new who's joined in. Please like and share. So I am Kate, and I do. Yeah, there are fake accounts for every actual one on the channel, Adrian. I agree. Yep. So there is definitely, you know, where was I? Yeah, I am going to move on to the next one. But before that, let me tell you about what I do here on this channel. Please hit the subscribe if you get a chance. I am a marketing and communications professional with about 10 years of experience in the field. I started my career in Mumbai, and today I'm in Toronto. Um, and yeah, I absolutely love creating content and doing things like that. Um, I am back on the job hunt right now, and I am sharing my job search live publicly. What I did last year was I also created this podcast, which I really loved, called Marketing Over Chai. And I spoke to a lot of different marketers in the field, and I just understood their career journeys and their skill sets and everything that they need to succeed. And I learned a lot. They were pretty much information interviews. So anyone in North America or anyone in marketing who's looking to transition to other things, I would highly recommend you all go check that out. It's a playlist on my channel, and also give me a like and a subscribe because content creators really need that. Um, yep. Marketing jobs harder in Canada or Mumbai? Well, that's a good question, actually. When I was in Mumbai, I was just starting out my career, and now I'm kind of like mid-level. I think it's different because I work for different kinds of companies as well. Um, Over here in Canada, I think you see a lot of the mundane work being outsourced. So you are putting a more like strategic hat on, but that could also be because of the level in your career that you are. Like, I'm older now and I'm doing like different things than I was when was starting out, right? Yeah, but it's very interesting. I also feel that the budgets are much larger here in North America. There are like huge campaigns that we did in India, which were a fraction of the cost, but the impact and engagement and size of that, the kind of work, the momentum of it was large and huge. So, very different markets for sure. But it is the same skill set and it is the same grit and, uh, very similar strategies that you will work with, so very valid, but it's definitely very different spaces to be in, and it is a little different. Even the sense of you Canadian sense of humor and things like that is very different from what would fly in Mumbai, right? So it's always very interesting to get there and do these kind of things. um Yep. So that brings me. So anyway, so I did this marketing podcast, and now because I'm heading back into my job search, I am trying to focus on a job search podcast. So I want to talk to job coaches. I'm going to be talking to some recruiters, getting them to roast my resume, because I know that I'm not the only one looking out for a job. So if you or someone you know is looking out, please share this channel with them, and I'm sure they're going to find something, some content here that is helpful. But more importantly, I want everyone to know that they're not alone. It's a terrible time to job search. Yeah, you're just like sending out applications into a large void, and you may or may not hear back. It seems like the only ones that you're really actively hearing back within a good time frame are scams or fake companies and things like that. So not the best place to be. And if you are like sending these aggressive applications, come Friday, you will find this huge bunch of, rejection emails, which is an interesting thing as well. Not in a good way. I got a question here. Small businesses and non-profits here don't have much budget. Got any tips on how they can do marketing? Well, yes. So I think like the main thing about marketing is not to look at it as like a job function or an activity, but just look at it as something that you have to do. Look at marketing as just sharing your story with the world, and that is what will make it work. It's a very simple, just don't get overwhelmed. Do what you can in the most pure, natural, and authentic way. And if you do have budgets and if you can, get in touch with someone who's actually an expert in the field. I'm happy to help. But it seems easy, and a lot of people think they can handle it. And yeah, there is at the early part of your business growth, you might want to do it yourself. But if that is not your skill set, as soon as you can, it's a function that you should outsource, because you will begin to see results, and you will be it. Yeah, it definitely helps. So there isn't any general advice that I can give small businesses, but like depending on the kind of business, if you're B2B, B2C, what your product is, you can try looking at creating quality content, and then also look at using, ads online and seeing what, just make sure you're listed everywhere on platforms like Yelp and, other things that may be relevant to your business. It's hard for me to tell you exactly what that is without knowing what your business is all about. So, yep. Uh, yeah, you can get in touch with me if you want like a personal session. I'm happy to do that. Consulting is good if you got some contacts. That is so true. But what I have noticed that the world is a very big place, and since we're all connected, through the internet, if you put out enough of information, you will find people who are, trying to do the right, trying to get help for the services that you provide. But you have to be very specific with the kind of information you put out so that you attract the right kind of people. A lot of times people, try to cast a very broad net, and then you catch nothing at all, because you're like, oh, I can do this and I can do that and I can do this. And when you talk like that, people don't really understand very specifically what you do. So focus it down to like just three of your services and say, hey, I provide social media content creation, I provide resume tips, and I provide graphic design. And just focus on like three services and like three businesses that you have done, and it becomes easier for your audience to understand what you are doing, and then that makes everything fall into place. So that is all the tips that I have for today. But that brings me to my next article. So what I am doing today is I'm reading some social media news for anyone who is interested. Um, Please hit subscribe if you're watching. I would love to have to have to interact with you guys. And yep. So the next thing we're going to talk about is TikTok has shared some Valentine's Day campaign ideas and tips. And this is really interesting because we are early Jan, but yep, Valentine's Day is coming up. If you guys haven't bought anything for your loved ones, here's the time for you to think about that. So what is this planning that TikTok is talking about? It says Valentine's Day is a big deal on TikToks with 77% of users across the EU celebrating the occasion. I mean, yeah, everybody's celebrating it here. We've got Valentine's, we've got Galentine's, we've got a lot of other spin-offs on it, and it's just a day to feel special and makes the winter a little warmer. Well, if you're here in Canada, it's like really cold on Valentine's Day, so there's not a lot of outdoor things happening, but it's also very comfortable and cozy, so I'm not complaining. Um, yep, so the TikTok posts are like infographics, and yep, it says it's never too early to start planning, and it allows you to find the perfect gift because they are marketing TikTok shop. And yep, so they're saying that about 84% of the Valentine Day gifts are for their partner and spouse, which is everybody's guess. But 34% of users buy Valentine's gifts for someone other than their partner. Now, as funny as this sounds, they are actually talking about the mother. Mother is like number one. People buy Valentine's gifts for myself, which is a fantastic idea. I don't know why I haven't been doing that all the time. Do you buy Valentine's gifts for yourself? Let me know in the comments. I want to find out. People buy them for their friends, children, and their dad, of course. But it's so interesting that like mother was the top response and father was like number five. Let me take a look at the comments now. Hard to get McDonald's now too. Yeah, it is. I agree. Consulting is good if you got some contacts. Absolutely agree. TikTok gonna be banned in the US still. Yes. So they have made a plea to Trump to see if they can keep it on, but we don't know what's happening there yet. But TikTok is heavily promoting another thing called Lemonade, and which is probably going to be like a replacement TikTok. We don't really know what's going to happen there. But the thing is, if the government squashes one, it can definitely squash that. So we don't yet know what's going to happen there. So if you are a TikTok creator, I really want to know how you're handling this. It is crazy because there are so many people who actually make their living out of TikTok, and or just their secondary income out of TikTok, and not having that is going to be interesting. Um, gonna gotta get a restaurant reservation now if you want a table for Valentine's Day. Yes, that is true. In a lot of places, you have to really plan very, very early, and TikTok knows that, and that's why they've come out with these aids, I guess. Uh, a teacher usually gets something. Yeah, that didn't make the cut on TikTok, but yeah, it's true. Um, so they've got an infographic here, and it reads TikTok sparks inspiration and users embrace their creativity after watching special occasion content on the platform. Um, yeah, so things that people who TikTok users actually do, a lot of them say that they've watched something and then have made a special food or a recipe. And I'm guessing Cooking with Kaya has been very inspirational in this regard. They made a DIY project or as a gift. I think I've done both. Like I have made a TikTok dish for sure. I tried like the TikTok rice paper noodles, which were actually pretty good, and you should try them too if you haven't. If you're listening and you've tried something on TikTok or YouTube and liked it and it was really good, let me know in the comments. I would want to try it too. Um, they have, my eyes are so bad I can't read this. Booked or visited a restaurant, bought a new special occasion outfit, and a couple of other things which I do not have strong eyes to read. Here's the one that I wanted to read, and these are the expert recommended strategies, but the print is pretty small. So let me see if I can do this. Magnify, Control Plus. If you're wondering, I am reading an article from Social Media Today about TikTok shares tips for Valentine Day campaigns. And if you've read that, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Yeah, so yeah, it's still too small to read. It's all blurry. So I'm just going to move on to the next article. YouTube, everybody's favorite platform, especially mine. And I started liking it more after I got monetized. So, ew, good for me. YouTube looks to simplify shorts creation from longer clips. YouTube says we're experimenting with a feature that lets creators easily cut out engaging segments from long form videos on YouTube and instantly publish them as separate 16:9 videos. Oh my god, this will be so helpful. If you're a creator in the experiment, you will see the option to create a video highlight in the video editor tool in YouTube Studio Desktop. I am definitely not in the experiment because I don't see that, but hopefully soon. But yeah, I think like making everything easier to create more content helps you actually get more creative content out there. And back to the comments. Does Insta have a scroll feature for feed now? Not yet. I mean, if you're looking just at, no, you don't. You don't. I think the fastest and the best you can compare it to is stories and just like going one after the other. But the thing with stories is you have to watch the entire thing. Like there's no way you can skip. That would be a very helpful feature for Instagram though, if you could skip through reels or just like fast forward. I don't think you can do that on stories yet. But I think that also makes it like a quality check, right? Like if something is not good, it's not going to get promoted as much by the algorithm. If, like people aren't watching all the way, so it forces creators to to think of everything in like a particular way, which is pretty interesting. If you're new here, say hi. I want to say hi to you back in the comments, so that'll be fun. Yeah. Hi, Adrian. Okay. So, what else do we have? We have LinkedIn shares a guide to marketing for Japanese audiences, but that's not me, so I'm not going to look at it. TikTok promotes Lemonade in the US as ban looms. Meta is generating images of users to spark more interest in AI tools. This is pretty interesting. Meta is really pushing for AI to become the norm, and then they want to like connect that with the metaverse that they've been trying to create. That hasn't kicked off just yet, but still seems to be promising. Um, yeah, they've got like they had the glasses with Ray-Ban, and now they're doing this. Oh, they've got some really cool, deep images for it, and that might be worth checking out. I don't know what Truth Social is yet. You're gonna have to tell me.
It's Trump's social media platform. It's
Oh,
alternative to Twitter.
oh, okay. My producer says it's Trump's social media platform. I should be checking it out, but I haven't gotten around to it
Yeah, that's where you
yet.
get the real news.
Has anyone here checked out Truth Social, Trump's social media platform? If you have, please let us know in the comments how it's been going and what do you think about it. I haven't checked it out yet. I want to know if I should. Let me know.
Can you do a poll?
I don't know. Let's check. I want to see if I can do a poll. Oh, I can do a poll. Okay, so let's check. Have you checked out. Truth Social. Yes, no, start poll. Okay, let me do this. This is my first poll. Yay. Check it out. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kate, marketing professional for 10 years in Toronto, looking for a job now. I run a marketing podcast called Marketing Over Chai. You should go check that out. And I am also doing a job searching podcast right now. So if you or someone you know is in the job hunt, share this channel with them. And thanks for stopping by. And when you're here, please hit subscribe and go like a few of my videos. I also do some really fun shorts, so go check them out. They're like some really fun memes, mostly office related stuff. Yep. Yeah, we're talking about Meta's AI edit to a selfie, which Instagram. Oh, so Instagram can use your face on ads to target you. Isn't that exciting? So imagine if they wanted to sell you like an outfit, they'll make you wear it. And I mean, like AI is going to put that on for you and market it to you. So you know exactly how you look. This is going to be very interesting if it's done right, but it could also be very hilarious. Yeah, has anyone got one of these ads? Because I want to know. I want to know what happened there. The picture they have of the guy is like really fancy and cool. But if that showed up in my feed, I'd kind of be a little bit spooked because it looks so real. I'd probably think like I have a twin or something. Uh, yeah, ads with you. This is going to be really interesting. I so there's already like there's like it's going to be really interesting, and I want to see like what the next ad report will read because you see so many ads in a day and you barely remember any. But if there are things like this, at some point it's gonna like get. At what point is it gonna get less? I'm curious. I want to know. I mean, you're already seeing people pay for Netflix and stuff like that just to escape the ads. So is that going to extend itself to social media platforms as well? I don't know. We'll find out. What else is up? I'm reading social media news today. So if you're new here, say hi. I want to say hi back to you in the comments. And Blue Sky launches new funding push to capitalize on opportunities. Meta tests eBay listings in Facebook Marketplace. Ooh, that could be big. Over here in Toronto, Facebook Marketplace is pretty big, but because it's so you can put anything on and anyone can respond, there isn't like this mediator in between. So you do find, you know, so it's a risk in who's going to come to your house to buy stuff, which is probably not the only not so fun part because of that pickup. But if they work with eBay to have like things shipped and stuff, I think it'll be pretty cool. I tried selling a twin bed on Facebook marketplace once. It didn't really get sold though, but a lot of people did come to see it. Yeah, it just wasn't good enough. I think like the condition it wasn't good enough to for someone to buy. I should have just given it away free. I don't know why I didn't do that. So yeah, this was interesting. This was like my first live that I've done, which is actually live and unscripted. No, it's actually the second. The first time I just did, I sang carols because it was Christmas and I was missing home. But this is the first time I've actually done something like this. I was very nervous, but it's been nice. Uh, Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you liked it. What else would you like to see happening live? Gonna be trying to do this every day at around this time. So we'll go through marketing news. I'll give you updates on my job search, and we can talk about some other fun stuff as well. Again, I'm a marketing communications person with 10 years experience, and I'm doing a job search podcast at the moment. I did do a very cool marketing podcast where I spoke to professionals from different levels and different fields of marketing. So go check that out if you are interested. And yeah, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. It really makes me feel very happy. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I have appreciated this. If there's a new topic that you would like me to talk about, or that is related to what I do, please let me know in the comments. I would love to, explore that as well, and see what we could do. And yep, everybody, like, share your ideas. I want to make this more engaging. I also want to do like certain days I want to get on, maybe on Friday I'll try and do this, but I have like a job search, um kind of a group, not a support group, but kind of like that. I see there's a lot of people going through the job hunt right now, and it is hard, especially if you're in North America. Fridays are particularly hard because it's when every company sends their auto rejection. So sometimes you have like an inbox of 25 auto rejections, and it's not the best day. So if you know somebody, or if you or someone is doing that, just like send them my way and we can all discuss how our week has been. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good night and God bless. Bye bye.